Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Model Kit Beginner. Today we're having a look at something special indeed. It is the Tempo E400 and it is a Hochlader Pritsche 3-wheel truck, and I think it's from the mid to late 30s and obviously was very prevalent after the war because it was cheap and easy to do. But anyway, let's have a look at this one and see what we can find out about it. Right, we're looking at the Tempo E400 Hochlader Pritsche. We see it here in stalemates. It just gives you a little bit of the credentials. It's a kit from 2021, so fairly new. The scale is 1:35, and here you can see. Let's just make this a bit bigger. Here we go. You can see all the different iterations. This is the original one, which is the one I have, and you just saw. Then we have one as a red crosswagon, and we have different iterations of this one right over here. But as I said, today we're gonna have a look at this one, and let's have a quick look at the box, shall we? Right, box looks like this, exactly what you have seen just now. It says Miniart. I bought that a day or two ago. Today is the 1st of June. Right, you see different languages, Ukrainian, Russian and English. And those models, this is pretty much what you see in front. Here you see different iterations you can build here. Very, very nice. And there is nothing at the bottom. And let's open the box, see what it looks inside. I have taken it out of the bag because I just couldn't resist. I'm sorry. So we have obviously the decals, we have the plastics, which were all in one big bag. We have this little package, this photo edge, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And we have a colored instruction sheet, it appears. Here you see is the first iteration of the Tempo E400. Very nice. Here you can check if every part you ordered is actually in the kit. Here we go, and then we go to the instructions itself. As you can see, it's an A4 booklet instruction, which is for me the easiest one to deal with. I like that one a lot. You can see how to build the cabin. It kind of starts out with the cabin and other supporting parts right over here. Then we have the rear suspension, not too difficult, and we have the loading area right over here. Here you have the fenders with the loading area. You can see the fine details which Miniart are known for. 135, nice and fiddly. But yeah, the subjects, you just cannot ignore it. Then we have the mighty engine, which I believe was 300cc. Might have been 500, mind you. I'm not too sure about it. We can have a quick look at the box. And then we have suspension and the front wheel, which was actually the driven wheel. And we have the rear suspension right over here. We have the engine cover. And then everything comes together over here. And this is obviously where the interesting part is. Different iterations you can have. You can have this one in kind of off-white. Or you can have it like they have it on the box as Gustav Schmidt Transporter from Nuremberg. With a 4-digit telephone number in Nuremberg. They don't have that anymore, I can tell you that for nothing. Or you can make it as a British occupation zone, Hamburg from the late 40s. Obviously the name probably had a swastika on it, so they had to paint it out, and only Hamburg is shown here. And then obviously at the back they're advertising of their Type 170V Mercedes, which they really, really, really suck everything out of, because there are numerous iterations. Mind you, beautiful iterations, but numerous iterations of that one. Then let's have a quick look at the decals. As we said, you see them right over here. Put them a bit closer. You can see the different ones and even these painted out ones right over here. Very nice, so you can make your choice. And then you have the windows, which obviously are small enough. Not going to take them out of the plastic. They look alright as far as I can see. They will be just fine. Then we have this little envelope, which normally has the P, and so it is. So let's have a closer look at that. There you go, that looks pretty cool. There you have the front trim. Look at this one here. So you can make it a model which you put on a pedestal, and then you can put that as the label on it. Very nice. And some other small PE parts. As we all know, Miniart known that they are not afraid to put some detail on their kits. Here we go. Let's start with the bonnet. Let's go a little bit further down here so we can see. Oh, that's as far down as it goes already. You can see the bonnet right over here. Obviously no flash. Very, very nice. And then the other grey plastic pieces we have over here. This would be the loading area and the fenders, the back fenders. If you want to have a look at the texture right over here. There isn't too much of a texture. In those days they were heavily painted. Right. And then obviously it's part of the frame, I would assume. And let's have a look at the next one. Here we have the bottom of the passenger area. Here the mighty dashboard right over here. There are some more fenders. It's the steering wheel. Always interesting to look at the steering wheel. Some other parts. This looks like brakes. Part of the doors, the seats. You can have a look at the detail of the seats. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. And the detail of the floor. No, that's actually. Here we go. That's actually the front part. Here we go. Not the floor. Let's shine some light into it. Yeah, that's going to be very nice. Front part, floor, seating, sides. There seems to be a light right over here. Here you go. And brakes. Steering wheel. Very, very nice. Then here we have some other parts. This looks like the backside. Then we seem to have two roofs. Not too sure why we have two roofs. Not too sure if they're in any space or form different. Looking at them, they do not look different at all to me. Looks like you get a spare one. Thank you very much. Then we have another small part which looks like suspension parts right over here. Then we have a fence and a ladder, which obviously are all stuff which you can load. I think these are parts of a bench, so and parts of the fence. So these are all items which you can prepare and load. And there actually is some wood grain. You see that for the bench? I think that's a park bench over here. You see over here, yeah. The ladder and the fence, so that you can put into the loading area of your Tempo E400. And then last but not least, let's have a look at this. This is these are the wheels. They are no vinyl wheels. It's 135, but you see let's go here. Let's get a bit closer. Here we go. Cooling arrangement and belt arrangement. Here you see the wheels. Continental tires, branded tires, which obviously is what was a German tire factory, so that's what they were running, Continental, or Continental as we always said in Germany, and some other small parts, as we know Miniart is so fond of. And then basically, ladies and gentlemen, is what the Tempo E400 from Miniart looks like. I think it's a very interesting kit. I personally love this little cars, those little three-wheelers, and I've seen them in life. They are minute, they are not big. I can hardly sit in there. I'm a 6'9" chap, so no ways. But They're lovely cars. I love them. They were the workhorses of the late 40s. That's what people could afford, and that's what they did their work with. Hope you enjoyed that. It was a wonderful time having with you. You guys have a lovely day further, and greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.